in handicap.
I'd like to have everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this point, we have a public hearing, so I'd like a motion to open the public hearing.
I'll make the motion.
Second. All in favor? At this point, we will open it up to if anybody has any, does the board have any questions?
I do not at this time.
I don't have any questions.
Anybody in the public have any questions?
I have questions about the sewer plant, if I can go about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later, this is just a public
No
hearing.
problem.
Any questions? Okay, at this point, I'd like to close the public hearing.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're waiting on some information for that we just got today. So, we're gonna vote on that next week, David.
Yes.
I apologize, Matt Howell's not here tonight, couldn't make it, he let me know earlier today, so bear with me. I need a motion to accept the prior meeting minutes from September 26, 2023, and October 2nd, 2023.
Make that motion.
A second?
A second.
All in favor? Correspondence.
Okay, I have the 239 review and comments from the Orange County Department of Planning. I have the trash report for fall 2023. I have the mortgage tax receipts for September 2023. Also for September 2023, the supervisor's report. There will be a public hearing for Orange County fiscal budget, and that's on October 19th, 2023 at 5 o'clock. I have the proposed Halloween curfew. I have correspondence from Mr. Mike Meir regarding Hidden Valley. And a letter from James Scofis's office regarding free technical assistance to protect drinking water sources. I have a request for partial road bond release for Winnetasca. And lastly, the Old School Baptist Church in Slate Hill is having an open house this Saturday, the 21st, 11 to 6. There'll be a flyer outside if anybody's interested.
Thank you, Liz. Committee reports, Amanda, you wanna go first?
Yes. We are in the process of planning a Veterans Day ceremony. We have chose not to do a parade this year. We are looking to plan a parade later in the year, more so for Memorial Day weekend. Further information will be provided at the next meeting. That is all.
Thank you, Amanda, and do you have anything, Jim?
Yeah, a couple things. Village meeting will be this Thursday at 7 p.m. And a shout out to the highway guys for a great job to clean up week. And Dean, the new basketball systems have been delivered, I was told. Any idea of when we might get those in, or?
I haven't got them on the schedule yet. We're gonna try to get the pole barn sided in the next 2 weeks, and then the siding for this building is due.
I guess kind of depends on the weather too, right?
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Okay, I got a few things. There's a trunk or treat on Tuesday, October 31st, at Otisville Presbyterian Church, their parking lot and Main Street in Otisville. This is up on our Facebook page and I know the village. So that's going on. I know the Friends of the Old School is having a tricky tray on October 21st. That is on their Facebook page for all the details with that. I did also get from Slate Hill It's the Old School Baptist Church. It's a National Historical Landmark. They're having an open house as well on Saturday, October 21st from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And there's one more thing. I guess that's it. I'm sorry. Highway, Dean?
You got the trash report. I think, overall it was about normal for the fall. It was definitely less in the spring, but we did 49 senior pickups, which was, I think, the highest we've done.
Wow.
We had 7 days to do it, so that's,
That's even more impressive.
yeah. But, overall it went well. Like I mentioned to Jim, the pole barn is next on the schedule. We'll get that closed up for the winter. And a week ago, this addition was measured up for its siding, and I was told 2 weeks, so.
Okay.
Those are our two major accomplishments. We have one road, Homestead Road, that we wanna do a little T&L on before the summer, or before the winter. So we need probably a week to do that, so depending on the weather, we're gonna try to put that in too. But, who knows with this weather?
Right.
That's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Dean. Mike?
Good evening.
Thank you.
We'll be taking part again in the trunk or treat, so we look forward to seeing everyone there. I know Charlotte and DC are working on something, so. Other than that, no other updates, unless you have any questions.
And we're going to, we'll go through law for curfew tonight.
Okay, yeah.
Or-
That's fine.
Okay. Which is nothing different than we usually do. Village report? Mr. Mayor?
Bob Klaus couldn't make it tonight, so we called ahead. Biggest news coming out of the village, the bridge, at least the main part of it, went up Thursday. Posted some pictures online, just a couple facts about the bridge. They laid 22-ton sections, 7 of them, all prefabbed in Albany, New York. And I say that because I think it's pretty neat that they came from upstate. The rest of the bridge is gonna come from Binghamton, New York. That will all be prefabbed when it comes in. So pretty cool pictures, they're online. I'm sure you can see them on the Village of Town site. The honor flight coming up this Saturday. Thank you to everyone that got cards. We got, I'm gonna say in the 25 card range. And one little tidbit that I wanted to add to Mike, he was a Marine, so that was gonna work out good, yes.
It works out.
Yeah. Working with Otisville Elementary School to get some sort of banner made for the honor flight. So I know a couple people have talked about going over. I plan on attending in the morning when they fly out, and then attending in the evening with a couple people to welcome them back. So kind of worked with Otisville Elementary, thought it would be pretty cool to get a banner from them made from all the kids, and hopefully I'll get that Thursday to go down on Saturday. So if anyone's interested, 6:30, we're gonna be at Stewart Airport. We're probably gonna meet here at Town Hall, like 5:45-ish, thereabouts. And then we're probably gonna meet here about 7:15-ish that night, same night. And we'll probably meet at Village Hall at 7:15-ish for the night one, and go down and welcome them back. So that's the October 21st, posted some stuff about the honor flight if anyone's interested. And last but not least, for those that didn't make the defensive driving class back at the end of September, I got the dates wrong. We have another one coming up Saturday, November 18th. Posted it online, it will be from 9 to 3. So anyone that missed that last class, I did contact people we had on the waiting list. I wanna say we probably have about 12 people so far. So minimum of 20, maximum of 40. You can either call Village Hall at 386-5172, or you can respond to it online. That's all I got.
Thank you, Brian. I know I'm gonna be attending with you then, with Amanda, right?
Yes, morning takeoff.
Yep. So, that's a great thing. Okay, new business. Supervisor's report for 2023. Need a motion to accept.
I'll make the motion.
In a second,
September of 2023, I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Local law, that's the,
Wait till next meeting.
for the next meeting. There's a reappointment of Thomas Lichter, Leichliter, to the bar, term effective 10/1/2023 through 9/30/2028. And if I can get a motion in a second.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Halloween curfew, do you have that, Liz?
I did.
Yeah, please.
You're gonna read it?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna need somebody to make a motion and a second on anyone under the age of 18 must be off town roads after 9 p.m. from October 27th, 2023 through November 1st, 2023, unless they are accompanied by an parent, guardian over the age of 21 years of age or older, or if they're coming to and from a work assignment or school activity. The only thing I wanted to add to that is that because the November 1st is actually a Wednesday, I believe, that would end at 6 a.m. in the morning. So if I could get a motion and a second on that.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Thank you, Liz. I would like to set the public hearing for our 2024 preliminary budget for November 6th. If I can get someone to
I'll make that motion.
make a motion. Second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. I need a motion and a second to authorize paying the bills at abstracts number 40 and 41.
I'll make that motion. Pay our bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Partial bond release for Wanataska. The engineer is still doing a report paperwork that we haven't gotten yet, so we're gonna vote on that at our next meeting, which will be November the 6th.
We did meet out there, and I okayed it. He was supposed to put together a letter to the board.
Okay.
Evidently, he hadn't done that yet.
No, so. Okay. Okay, public comment.
We start with the Hidden Valley,
Yep,
or you wanna wait until,
no, we could go now, if you like.
okay? So I submitted, some questions, I don't
Yes,
know,
sir.
and were you guys able to get any answers, or?
Yes, sir, I got some answers. What we decided is that, we need to get all this information on the table a little bit. But I think the right way of doing this is that we're gonna put a meeting together and invite all of Hidden Valley that wanna come. We did this, I think, 2 years ago, but, so we can get all the information. We plan on having the engineer there, hopefully the sewer plant operator, a few other people, so that we can get anybody that has any questions about anything, that we should be able to answer all those questions. And if we're not, we can do some research on it. But we're hoping that in the middle of November is what we're looking to do, so that we can have everybody on the same page and everybody,
So I can't get any of these answered tonight?
I don't have exact numbers, and I don't wanna give you so-so numbers, so.
You know, so one of the questions was, the cost of the plant to run it for?
It's in the budget, I think, what we
I
have.
don't need the budget, I need to know exactly what it costs.
Well, if all the breakdowns, I don't have all that readily available, I have to go and find all that information.
I know, I asked Matt last time, and he was supposed to email me the answer to that question, so.
Okay. I just think that that's the best way, and this way everybody is on the same page, everybody knows, you know, all the exact numbers, and then there's no
I'm
he
all,
said, she
I'm
said.
all for that, that's great. There is,
I think, I'm sorry, go ahead.
there is, can you tell me how many homes that's going in this development that are in the district?
I'm getting that information as well.
Okay.
So, there's also, what I'm thinking is, from this point forward, after we have this meeting, I think beginning of next year, I would like to do quarterly meetings with the neighborhood, because this way, if there's stuff going on, or if anybody has any interest,
Well,
and I know you have a lot of new people that have moved in or moved out, you know, I just think that that probably will help a lot of this too, so that people are current with what's going on.
do you think that the neighbors, the residents, should have a vote if these homes aren't in the district?
Yeah, like David, how's that?
I would think they would have to, but I'd have to check with the engineer, I'm not.
Well, I'm not to stop you, but shouldn't that have happened before, you know, they've already spent all this money and built?
Well, that's why I wanna talk to the engineer, if they're in the boundaries of the district already, then that's something that would have been,
Yeah,
considered.
I'm asking if there's any liabilities, because the district it was bigger than the 100 homes that are there now.
Mm-hmm.
So, my understanding was that even going across Guy Mart, I don't know who owns that property, or if it was Dual, or at one point, but that was also part of Hidden Valley, it was supposed to be. So, is there liabilities down the road for that, in case somebody says, hey, I wanna tie into your sewer, and, you know, well, you're across the street, we're not, you know.
Right.
No, if they're located within the district, they would have the ability to hook in, it'd be a matter of following the proper procedure and paying the proper fees for the permits.
All right, so,
I know that's probably not the answer that you want, but I think that that's the right way to go about it. The board feels that way too. We get all the information, get all the right players there, and then we can just have an open meeting.
and when are you planning on roughly doing this?
We're hoping in the middle of November. We've gotta just get everybody's schedule together.
And how will everybody be notified then?
I'm gonna let you know. No,
I
we'll
don't
put it
know.
on our Facebook page and everything, so we'll, you know, I know a lot of residents in there. If I have to, I can send them some
Can we
emails.
print something up and?
Oh,
put it-
absolutely, yeah,
you know?
we could actually mail something out.
Yeah, I think that,
Yeah,
because not everybody in that development is on Facebook.
right,
So,
okay.
all right. Yeah, all right, so you want to answer all the questions basically in the middle of November?
Yeah, because by that time we'll have everybody there, because I don't know everything, and like, you know,
Well,
I wanna make sure that you have all the
I
right.
understand that, but I understand too that the good data is moving forward with the planning board and all that. You know, I don't know if it's gonna be too late for them at that point, they're spending all this time and resources doing everything they want.
I think it's been on there for a while, I'm not sure what stage it's at, but, maybe you have any.
Their engineer would be in touch with the town's engineer, so, the logistics of that are being worked out during the process. Frankly, I wouldn't think that they're putting those resources into the application unless, you know, they were confident it could get worked out, as to how they would have to hook up into the system.
Well, one of my concern is, and there's a few neighbors that are concerned, is if that land is not in the district, the $10,000 technically is not, you know, that's not the hookup fee for them.
I can answer that.
Well, they would have to then extend the district if they wanted to hook into it. That
Well,
would
then
be
you'd have to
separate.
vote on that,
Yes. Mhm.
so it will come down to the residents.
Yes, well, it'd ultimately come down to the town board, but there would certainly be a public hearing and the residents' comments would be,
Well, only because the residents own that plant. I know you guys are running it, but the residents are the ones that paid for it. We're still paying for it,
Mhm.
so. All right, well, I guess we'll address this in November then.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Chris,
Yes, sir.
maybe a suggestion when you guys all meet is to video it.
Yep.
Let Mike pull it from YouTube, or give it to him from YouTube, and let the residents that are on Facebook watch it right off of your Facebook page
Yep.
for Hidden Valley.
No, I understand that, but a lot of people,
No, that aren't, I know, but
Yeah.
listen, it's, how many people do you have here from Hidden Valley today? Two, three? I mean,
Yeah.
it's more than I figured you.
but the word is getting out there, so, you know, we just want,
Answers, I get it.
I've been down this road before, like, 2009, and my one of the questions was, I don't know if you can answer that, is the $10,000 hookup fee, is it on one permit for the site, or is it gonna be then individual homes?
It would be for individual homes, so each approved lot.
So what happens if this gentleman goes bankrupt?
Then they wouldn't be building and they wouldn't be getting
No,
lots
I'm not
unless they
saying,
sold
suppose
them.
they start up with 8 homes and they're done. Now we've got pipes, we got filters on water, we got all that stuff done. Shouldn't he, I think he should be putting the money up front. If he's got the okay to build the homes, let him get bonded then, or something, to,
Well, that would be up to the planning board ultimately, but that's certainly something they could consider.
Okay, Mayor Becerra, Village of Otisville, the Hidden Valley subdivision on Homestead is on the agenda for this Wednesday. You are more than welcome to come and voice your concerns. I believe, if I looked at the plans correctly, and it's been a couple of years, I believe the whole subdivision is within the district. I believe, don't hold me to that, but I believe the whole subdivision is in the district.
I'll question.
Do you have a
that later.
question, sir?
Yes,
Hi.
to send out to residents
Yes, sir.
about what we should be concerned with. Not everybody is aware of what they should be aware of with this sewer plant. I've lived in Hidden Valley since 1983 and went through this way back when they first had a board, and Bob Seep was in charge of that.
Okay.
To have, if you're gonna send out, and I really don't think it should just be by Facebook or something like that.
No, I'm just saying a couple
A
different
letter,
ways.
a letter to each resident
Mhm.
should be ended up done, because that's a legitimate way to do it. I used to end up coming to the meetings and people would come to me to ask me things, and it gets frustrating. And not everybody ends up, when you hear it after the first person, the second person tells the story a little bit differently, and it keeps on going on.
The exact
So
point,
if this paperwork could be sent out with a little bit of a summary of these things that, so people can have an idea of what they're coming into, instead of coming in here and asking the same question differently each time, they can look at it and see what's going on.
Right.
I think would help.
Yep.
Being that this would be in the district,
Mhm.
would it also be hooked up to the water with Neely? That was one of the questions I'd like to know also. I think that's something to be concerned with, because it used to be that with Neely, you could end up drilling a well on your property, but you still had to pay for the basic fee for water. So will any additions also be hooked up to the water system, and how that handles it too? Because these are just things that I've experienced since I've been living here.
Sure.
So I think that's also, I guess there's no answer on that, if those houses are going to be hooked up to the water system.
Yes.
The water,
From what I understand, sorry, Chris.
the water, the town doesn't own, so
Right,
whoever owns that, those would definitely be questions you would wanna ask them.
yeah, well, I won't ask the water company, because if they hook up to the sewer, it's still using water from Hidden Valley residents. Because it does there is a charge for what water gets put into the plant sometimes to offset, the smudge and everything else like
Right.
that. And that would end up be on us, the residents of Hidden Valley, and not on individuals if they have wells or whatever, other source that they end up have. So that's something else that,
I can find out about.
that I'd be concerned, that if somebody says, well, it'll be in your sewer, it'll be in their sewer charge,
Sure.
whenever, every couple months, or at least every year, we have a surcharge because there's some kind of work being done. Well, if they're not hooked up to the water, they won't get that surcharge. It may be on the sewer, but we'll still be paying, more, on our individual water, which they'll be using the water, and that's the reason why maybe things have to be adjusted, you know, or their equipment.
Okay.
So those, it'd be nice just so to have a pamphlet that goes out to the residents with a couple of maybe regular concerns that you can end up, brain trust together, and, let us know, so some
Right.
people can be a little more informed.
Maybe like a newsletter even, like I was thinking of having these meetings like every quarter.
Yeah, well, that would be nice too.
We
Yes.
can do that and then, you know.
I think if you did that, you would bring more residents in,
Sure,
because they wanna see it in for themselves, what's actually going on.
right.
But this is something that has to be done, as Mike says, sooner, and
Yeah.
then, you know, we're gonna have it, because things do have to catch on.
Sure.
And usually with a lot of people, they wait till all of a sudden it's inevitable, and then they end up getting involved. So if a paper goes out for meetings that's gonna start in next month, it'd be very much appreciated.
Okay.
And I have a question about the sewer plant presently. We lost power on Saturday.
Yeah,
Do we know if the generator's turned on?
they were on, yes.
Okay,
I was there,
all
so.
right. Well, just wanted to make sure. It's,
I can tell you
luckily,
that that goes out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, usually the sewer plant operator's there, and because I live right here, I usually go for
Yeah.
water, so.
okay.
But yes, they were just serviced not too long.
Okay, well, at one time they weren't, and even though I know Mike is very good at it,
Mhm.
it's one of these things that the house over, right by the plant, they didn't have electric, neither did I, and if those generators don't turn on, we could have a bigger problem. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Does anybody else have anything?
I just wanted to share some more details about the trick-or-treat tray for the Friends of the Otisville School is coming up this Saturday, October 21st. It's being held at the Otisville Elementary School. Doors open at 5 o'clock, calling starts at 7 o'clock. There is no admission fee. We're probably gonna have about at least 150 baskets, prizes. Yeah, we have some great items, so we welcome everyone to come, hopefully have a good time, and of course support the renovations of the old school. And I'm gonna just leave some flyers out in the foyer there.
Thank you, Alice.
Chris, one more thing.
Yes.
The district that you guys are going by, the map or whatever, is that outlined, or is that the original map of what the development was?
But that's one of the things I'm trying to get, so that we can see what, you know, what that is, where that outline is.
Because I've asked for that so I can look at it, and hopefully I'll be in tomorrow or Wednesday to take a look at it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Does anybody else have anything? Yes, ma'am.
Just a couple quick things for the seniors. We have our last trip of the year, November the 8th, which is a Wednesday. It's just a day trip, so we will be parking here and we'll be out before evening if there's meetings or anything. It shouldn't interfere with that. By the next meeting, I'll submit the voucher for our transportation reimbursement. I usually wait until the end of the year to do that and do it all at once, so Angie's not cutting checks every month. But I know that she likes having it done by November, so she can really look at the line items and see what's what. So I will have that submitted.
Okay.
And just to ask, I did not check last week, so I don't know, well, last week I know it wasn't on. The heat in the senior
Yes.
center, has that been switched over to now? Because last week there was no heat, it was still on air conditioning.
Okay, I'll find out. Thank you.
That's it.
When we do find out, can
Okay, board comments? Have anything?
I realized when I gave my report, I never gave the planning board, meeting. It will be this Wednesday, the 18th, but it was mentioned, thank you.
Jim?
No comments.
There is one thing I forgot, we did have the mobile DMV here, and it did pretty well, so I believe it's gonna be at the village next month. And then, we have it scheduled already for December, so, if you have any DMV needs, everybody loves it, and we're hoping to, if you wanna wait till they come, we've been advertising on both the village and the town Facebook pages, so. I guess that's it, I'll just need a motion for adjournment.
I'll make the motion.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Thank you very much, everybody.
You don't wanna be the pen tap.
I know.
My calendar.